Up next, we take a look into some local student housing, and it's just a few steps away from our very own studio.
MATC has so many great experiences and paths to go down, but one thing we lack that other colleges may provide is housing.
The MATC doesn't have housing for their students, so we started working on the affiliation to guarantee bed spaces for MATC students, and even within the year, that affiliation has grown, even from being from like a year contract to a multi-year contract.
Our emergency housing program facilitated through the Office of Student Life, but the actual housing goes through 1125 right here on 11th and Highland.
Originally, 1125 at the Pabst was a brewery building for the bottling of the Pabst Blue Ribbon Company here in Milwaukee. It sat dormant for about 20 years, a couple decades. Ultimately, the bottling plant was repurposed for student housing by an investment group who saw the historical potential of the brewery district as a whole and had a larger vision. The investment group came together and had a vision of creating a student housing, a thriving community of a multifaceted school approach.
A room at the revamped brewery across the street? What kind of students can utilize the emergency housing program?
Previously, last year, I was homeless for about 6 months, and I was determined to get back into school, and I didn't know what to do at first. And then I learned with Amanda that their, Student Life helps students with emergency housing, and that's how I got back into housing in school. And it's really convenient because I can walk to and from school, so that's a plus.
With it being fully furnished, immediately that night, is life-changing for a lot of students to have a bed to sleep in. And it being so close to the downtown campus, you're not worried about transportation to get to class anymore. So as I said, really overnight, students' lives are changed.
I think ultimately the Milwaukee Area Technical College housing affiliation agreement that we've entered into has allowed us to provide a discounted rate for students that are coming to school for the first time. They have an opportunity to experience living away from home and being independent, and then also carrying out their independent duties.
It's great because I can walk to and from work, to and from school, to and from shopping centers, restaurants, everything. So I love being in the heart of downtown.
The 1125 has a special rate for our students. To be residents, it's $625 a month, and that is pairing you up with a roommate for a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment.
What I like about 1125 more than the dorms is the fact that the apartments are really nice. It gives you a luxury feeling at a cost that's not too high like all of the other apartments around us downtown. And the apartments here are a lot more larger than they are in the dorms, and I felt a lot more congested in the dorms at UWM.
The importance of education can't be understated, and the best way to focus on school is to make sure all their other needs are met first, especially housing. Sometimes opportunity comes in a place right around the corner.
We have, over the last 3 years, taken the adaptive reuse of the building and turned it into a great community. We have a food court with 5 food vendors. We also have amenity centers throughout the building with pool tables, billiards, ping pong, a cinema, and of course our all famous Starbucks machine, which I frequent often.